This episode of Meet Your Neighbor is brought to you by Taste Buds Coffee and Cafe. They are a family-owned and operated business that offers breakfast, lunch, fancy coffee drinks, and homemade desserts.
Before I even started working in ceramics, I remember I was at UT and there's a course that you have to take, and I remember telling someone, before I had even worked with clay, that, I think ceramics is going to be it for me, and I was right. So, but before that I had just done, painting, drawing, printmaking, things like that, but I don't know, with ceramics I knew before I even started. So something that I try to convey to the viewer with what it is that I'm doing is that I'm trying to kind of like document this transformation that takes place when you're taking from the earth and vitrifying it into ceramics, into pottery. I think that, I'm a little bit of a mystic. I think that the earth has a memory, and I think that whenever you're, creating a work of art from the earth and you're molding it with your intention, and also with the intention that people are going to view it as kind of like a vessel of beauty, I think that it's kind of adding into like this collective conscience about what the general area is and how we view the earth and how we appreciate it, and more importantly, just here in East Texas. Whenever I was 15, my parents sent me to Australia for a few weeks, and so I got to experience coming into another country on the other side of the world with, without anyone in my family. And it was just, I wasn't by myself, but I was with a other group of people traveling. And I remember at one point we were driving and we stopped at the easternmost part of Australia, and it was up on this hill and you walk down into the ocean, and I remember having my feet in the water and thinking, this is as close as I'm gonna get to home for a while. And so that was kind of like that really opened up a mindset of mine that I feel like I've held on to in my traveling. But that was kind of a surreal experience, especially for being 15. This may sound silly, but man, I would really love to see some dinosaurs. So wherever they would be at whatever time ago, I'd really like to experience that. I feel like this is a pretty common fear, but it's a real one for that reason. I think the most terrifying thing for me is when it's kind of happened. Just being out in the middle of the ocean. Whenever I take a cruise and I walk out onto the deck and I see nothing but water, man, that freaks me out. It's exciting, but I really got to choke down some anxiety to, make it to the next port in those occasions, because sometimes that kind of weirds me out. And so I'm always afraid of just being stranded in the ocean by myself, and, also being confronted with yourself in the ocean. If it's just you, being alone with the ocean and your thoughts does not sound like fun to me. And also dying.